¿Así estabas? ¿A la América o qué?
Season's greetings. San Diego Punto Football was out there covering one of the biggest nights for San Diego FC against Club America this weekend as they welcome the reigning defending used to be tricampeones before el choricero power, chorizo power, se lo dio chorizo power, and took that away from them. America come in after losing against LAFC in Leagues Cup.
It's
They
nice
come
to
in
watch that under 23 match.
fielded under 23 is incredibly generous, Chiva. Like,
I checked. A lot of those America players were all. Most of them are like around 2021.
okay, yeah. Our okay, just to kind of take it a little bit behind the curtain, right? During training leading up to it, they started earlier. That's why we didn't get as much sound this time around. But I was talking to Darren Smith. Shout out Darren, and just kind of like, he's doing play by play. He's doing commentary. He's like, I'm trying to do my research, and I had prepared some people for our hundreds, but like there were some 300s in there, a couple of 300s on the back of jerseys for America. So if you're new to soccer, traditionally 1 through 11 are the main starting 11, starting team, right? Some numbers represent different positions on the field. Number 1, typically a goalkeeper. Number 9, typically a striker. Number 10, midfielder, creative. Like they mean something. After that, you start going into the bench, into like, a 17, a 25, or something along those lines. Goalkeepers backup is 13. And then you have wacky numbers. Like, I mean, El Shaarawy, shout out to El Shaarawy, had 92 for AC Milan for forever. I'm trying to think of other wacky
Ronaldinho
numbers.
wore 88 for a while with Milan.
88. That was a weird one. Even 23 for David Beckham in Paris was a little weird too. But again, these are like just random numbers that sometimes pop up, but they have a meaning. But in Mexico, you mostly see just literally the lineage, right, of numberage. As you keep going up, you go into triple digits. So you have 105, 121, 163. Then you have some 200s. And again, that's literally the pecking order, how far you are from the starting 11.
No, and I love it because I'm not too sure if they do it all around the world, but at least in Mexico, like they don't let players from the academies or like under 20 something teams wear the number 1, number 2, number 3. Those are for the top. Like those are for the first team in Liga MX. So all these cantera players, they're wearing like hundreds, and 200s, and 300s, 400s.
So again, just to give you the first the landscape of what was going on, right? It's not like San Diego FC also fielded their A team, obviously, because there is an international FIFA window.
7 players called up.
7 players get called up, and then you still have to have the players are in rhythm, they're in season. If you stop cold for a whole week, it's not like NFL where it's like, you're going to give the body a rest. Like it's almost the opposite, where you just have to keep it going. You have to keep that pace. You have to maintain it in order to make sure that you're sharp for that next game. San Diego FC coming up in MLS has some of their toughest games, especially away. They're going to play Minnesota. They're going to play Vancouver. And they're going to need their starters to be in form. But with the health of San Diego FC, Chucky Lozano, now Paddy McNair, who did get injured in his Northern Ireland trip for international duty, is a growing injury. He did exit out of a game earlier this season because of that. I'm not sure what the extent of this one is or the timeline just yet. As soon as I have more information, I'll make sure to loop everybody in as well. But again, just kind of setting the tone for what this match was going to be. Club America coming in, playing against LAFC for the final spot in the Club World Cup that was stolen from León. It's just absolutely stolen. If you want to go into that rabbit hole, go for it. Just the biggest corruption in FIFA. Anyway, credentialless. But this is typical of soccer. America gets booted out. Then they field this squad over here. McVeigh has 97, probably. I'm assuming birth year. Man, pretty much a Mexico City college team. El DF City College version of it. Very few leagues allow that high of numbers. Yeah, no, 100%. It was I want to say even a D team for America at this point. Shout out Esteban, you went to watch Shane Gillis. You're a dog. All right. Um, but all right, this match is happening. There is some highlights. There are some looks. If you can look what I sent over. Where did I send that? You know where I sent that? Did I text that?
You texted
Could
that
you on the phone to like find it for me, please? Appreciate
the
you.
YouTube video.
Yes, please. Um, this was a big game feel though. It had a feel of a big game, and it started very early on from outside the stadium. An incredible police mobilization
Yeah, it was
by
crazy.
San Diego PD. Abe?
Yeah, San Diego PD, San Diego Sheriff's Department, they were all around the parking lot. They were kind of like blocking the whole purple lot area, but like it was all kind of intermixed too. Like there was a bunch of America fans in the purple lot. There was a bunch of fans around the entire thing. It wasn't really like as separated, but then once you did get into like the specific supporter section side, they had like three whole sections instead of like the one section that they had usually gotten for supporters thing. So it was a really large supporters contingent. There was like fireworks pregame too. I think they probably wanted to sneak them in, but they just used them before the game. It was kind of funny to hear before the game started, but yeah, it was kind of I thought it was like very like noticeable. I know George just said he didn't see any in the Thrive parking lot, which is kind of on the opposite side of the stadium, which I guess makes sense. But like
Mhm.
even in the stadium, there's like the sheriffs wearing like the fake the fake thing. You could tell they're kind of like there's secret police around stadiums and stuff, but you can definitely notice there was a little bit of added security here, which I think is at certain points kind of necessary considering what happened in the last game.
You earned it. Like you
Yeah,
earned it. Like at this point, it's merited, unfortunately, and I think everybody was on their best behavior. Looking at Frontera San Diego, I will go ahead and give the credit to Frontera San Diego. It seemed like everybody has felt their feelings, has spoken amongst each other. If people on the outside looking in are asking us like, "Well, I have no context for what this is," or you know what's actually happening within. I would love to be the voice of the voiceless in a way. Hey, let us tell your story. Come on, tell your side of the story. But we can't do that. And I've spoken directly to individuals in different supporter groups about that. Some people want to come forward, and that's a-okay. Edwin, the greatest. Again, second time it's going to be relevant. Arriba la America. Unfortunately, abajo la America because they did lose. Um,
yeah.
but
I just want to
yeah,
clarify real quick too. I don't think
yeah.
police should be wearing like secret stuff. They should have to show that they're police. It's kind of crazy that
Oh
they
yeah,
go
like
to
there's
do that.
literal like yeah, like the
That was
worst
around the
undercover
stadium.
cops, the
Yeah.
worst undercover guys. I get it. I get it. I understand it. I'm not gonna be here like, well, that's too much. Why would they do like?
Wasn't there undercover cops back at the Loyal Dortmund game? I think.
Yeah, there was.
There
Yeah, there
was.
was in the section. I remember Papi Chow
Mhm.
actually was the one that was like, "Hey, this fool, que pedo con este way?"
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, cool. So some of the images, and again, if you weren't there at the game, it wasn't broadcasted anywhere. There were images and some videos that came out from the matchup as well. Here pregame, you know, hey, how's it going? These are some of the things that come on the video board. You know what? Friendlies. That's how you do it. I'm gonna hit up Snapdragon. Hey, how's it going, dude? Thank you. Yeah, they're like, you found us. Hi, welcome. Oh wow, this is the video board. Happy
Yeah.
birthday, Noah, Leslie. All right. So Tomas Angel coming in. He didn't have the best of games early on. He had a couple of looks. He had a header that should have been on target. Pablo Cisniega getting a start here. We'll take it a little bit back. We do have the images on here, so we'll give you that look of what it looked like inside. But
Tony,
this was going to be a wait. Yes,
you
Chiva.
mentioned
Yes, sir.
this is
Yes, sir.
this is one of San Diego FC's like biggest nights
Yeah,
because it was against America
yeah.
or
It's
okay.
one of their biggest nights. The reporter groups were in the ruts. They came out. They did really well.
I
They
think it's an opportunity as well to like showcase yourself to a different kind of fan. Like
Mhm.
a lot of these America fans, they might never watch an MLS game. They might never engage with San Diego FC because they're just like, oh, I'm only America
Mhm.
till I die. Like that's their only focus. So like I do think it kind of opens yourself up to a whole new audience. And like some people might have been impressed with like, dang, San Diego FC is playing a really exciting, fun style of soccer, or they're gonna hate San Diego FC for life because they completely dominated their team.
That's also
Yeah.
very true. And hate watching is definitely part of part of it.
I want to say, I mean, I was excited when I saw the starting line because Manu Dua got in the starting 11 as a center back, and then Bruce had finally got some minutes. So I'm kind of curious to hear your thoughts specifically on both of their performance. Pablo Cisniega got the starting position as well and was the captain for this team. My only thing, and I mean, I don't know if you both can answer it. Like, are the 7 players on international duty, are they back for this weekend?
Some. I mean, Patty McNair for sure is not.
Yeah, Patty Chuki's out. Godoy back out.
I think he's gonna be out.
Luca de la Torres out.
Yeah.
Dreyer back.
I'll have to check back on that one.
We'll have to ask Mikey. We're not
Yeah,
sure.
yeah. We'll ask Mikey at training.
Because if that's the case for this next weekend, not getting a now don't want to. This starting 11 only had 5 players on the bench. The depth is the depth is lacking for San Diego FC.
Yeah,
especially when you're performing really well, where you have international players going. I think San Diego FC and Mikey Varas is gonna have to later in the season when there's more call-ups and it's closer towards playoffs time or anything like that. You might need to, if you're Mikey Varas and you don't have any other players in your depth, you might need to say, actually, we're not at liberty to give players permission to go play for their international team.
Yeah.
And I think that's something that could potentially, it's happened before. We've seen it happen. It's something that can happen because 5 players on your bench is insane.
Yeah.
I don't care if this is a friendly. America probably had like 10 players on their bench at least.
Yeah. And you can telegraph what the substitutions were going to be. Obviously getting everybody some minutes there. Good question here by Esteban. He's like, how different was the tempo of play for this game, boys? I'll agree with Mikey Varas in his saying like they looked like San Diego FC. It looked like a clunkier version of San Diego FC. You can definitely tell that they're trying to force Angel into getting some more confidence in open play, but he's just missing. He's just not doing the right things, or just maybe very unlucky in moments where otherwise, you would be asking a striker, a number 9, to be lethal in those actions, to be just that player that, at least 1 of 3 go in. Some of them, some of the looks, and we'll kind of skim through some of these too.
Did he play as a 9? Or did
he played as a 9,
as a wing? Iloski was more of a wing, or
kind
of like they rotated.
They were kind of rotating. Iloski had a little bit more freedom, and that's what Iloski was saying in the post match. Like, he likes having that freedom to be able to kind of do what he wants and kind of
worked
float
out.
around.
He scored twice, so.
But yeah,
how was Bruseth?
I liked him. He actually had the assist, and you can tell there's quality there, the classic. But again, it's a little clunky. It's not. It's not smooth.
These are the first minutes he gets as a San Diego FC player ever. So I mean, I'm not surprised if he's a little rusty. I mean, Manu Dua, do we like? Do we not like?
What do you think?
Manu Dua was impressive. He's not usually a center back. He's a holding midfielder, but he was like playing really well defensively, was making like pretty good passes. There was like a moment in the 25th minute where he just like took the ball up from the like back line, defensive line, just super far up in the midfield, tried to get open in the middle, and then he said after the match, his teammates were kind of telling him like, hey, get back, like that's not your position. So he was like, oh crap. So he had to go back. But I was really impressed by Manu Dua. It was also, he mentioned, it was his first time playing in front of 30,000 people. Like, that's got to be a surreal feeling. Like, even though it's a friendly, like, it's got to be insane to be doing that in your first ever professional game. But I thought he performed really well, and he was an exciting player. He's really tall too, so he could be like lethal on set pieces, I think.
He's 6'4". I mean, you get your start 2 days after your birthday. He turned 20 years old. Like, I mean, this is a player that San Diego FC fans should be excited for the future. And I mean, if he's healthy now, hopefully he can start going into that rotation. I mean, it's no secret that Mikey Varas likes the youngsters in the starting 11. Like, he definitely believes in the youth talent that this team has. You see it with Willy Kamalo being 22, Verhoeven getting some minutes a lot at 18, Luca Bombino being the starting left back at 18 years old as well. Alvarado getting some rotation. He's only like 20, 22. So I could see Manodua, if healthy now, could potentially start getting in the rotation here. I do want to see him kind of at that center defensive mid position.
Mhm.
Uh,
I don't.
you
I think
don't?
it says a lot that they put him at the center back position. Like center back depth, it's really just them, Ian Pilcher, Andres
Mano Dua.
Reyes, who they don't really expect. But now Manu Dua, but he didn't look like a natural center back. He looked like
He didn't.
he kept wanting to like
He's not a
come out
center
of
back.
there.
Yeah, and I think that's fine if you can kind of make sure that then McVay is the anchor next to him, because McVay again is a center back by nature, but he does have that freedom to go forward because he has the anchor of McNair always having his back, and sometimes you have Sverskov also there as well.
Yeah.
So if you have that kind of back line of say, all right, I'm Chris McVay, I'm going to play the McNair role, I'm going to stay here. Manu Dua, I understand you're going to go down, and like you said, in the 25th minute, there was a moment where he did look like he was going out, he had some space, and he did a good run because that's his natural position coming out of that back. And so if you can teach him how to speak both center back and center defensive mid, I think that's the Sverskov role where that's going to be really important to really get a physical specimen like Manu Dua to kind of learn. Because if you have Sverskov out and you can throw a Manu Dua in for that, that's really good to have for sure.
I mean, you also have like you had players injured, like Hamadi Diop was unavailable to a lower body injury, who played left back, could play at the center back. Willie Camaro out as well. Andres Reyes, a player who's only seen 30 minutes, and that's probably what he's gonna see the whole season. At this point, if you're San Diego FC, you're looking to trade Andres Reyes. You're looking to maybe bringing another center back into this team because the lack of center backs is alarming.
I mean, we're talking about what they should do in the transfer window. Hey, how about you keep Milani Losky? I didn't like the way he spoke about it at the end of this match.
I'm glad you picked up on that too, because he like nobody asked him about the loan spell ending or like his future, but he himself brought it up, which I think says a lot about like, hey, I'm trying to like stay here, and like kind of want to stay here and kind of put in the ball in SCFC's court, because like I think he kind of earned a signing. Like he's played really really well. Like almost like I think he should probably start with Chucky Lozano out, right?
Yeah, it has to. Edwin, stick around. He actually dropped some Escondido. Actually, my first question to him, because I did ask him last time about the loan spell, right? And he did mention like, hey, like I'm just here to play, but if I'll let the negotiations happen with my agent and whatnot. But again, he was the one that brought it up after this one. Having embraced this first goal here, just an excellent goal. Iloski right there driving down, passes it over. Bruseth with a Lawfulsend with Lawfulsend with a cheeky,
who also played as a midfield.
Yeah, class all around with a cheeky flick. Boom, there you go. Sets him up perfectly. A shot with the left, excellently executed. A great goal from Milani Losky to open it up 1-0. There wasn't a lot from America. There just wasn't. They just were there. Like the amount of money that they made by throwing out these kids out there is enough to just put anybody out there. Like they knew.
Rodolfo Cota.
You got to see Carlos Vela's nephew, Cristo Vela.
Oh, for us?
Yeah,
that's pretty cool.
He started. He was on there. But here we see Mano Dua just making the right choice. All right, let's go back. Let's play smart.
I don't think we can make a full judgment on Pablo Cisnega either, because like there was no shots in the first half, and the second half shots that there was like non-factors. So I don't have an opinion on Pablo Cisnega. Like he was there. Like I know Tony you had something about him. He made like a weird dive for no reason, you thought, or
oh yeah, like in the 78th minute or something around there, there's a shot that goes completely like, I don't want to say completely wide, but as a professional goalkeeper, that's nowhere near your goal. But he was so bored in this game que se aventó para la foto. Like he just took a dive for a picture. Yeah, it's like, oh, come on, get me out there, guys. I'm playing against America. Like somebody capture a photo for me. Like, let me do something. And then you kind of, it's true. Like goalkeepers get bored and they want to get involved. So you start getting sloppy in how you play after that dive for the photo. Esteban, back me up on this. You know this. That's one of the things where he starts being sloppy with his play, and it looks like he's just kind of trying to create chaos to be involved in something. And lo and behold, right after he's sloppy with his with the ball at his feet, there's a chance. Oh my God, are they going to score? And it's just nothing. And I mean, yeah, we really can't. Yeah, no, he wanted to get some reps. Absolutely. I would do the same. That's literally what I point out to Abe, right? Like,
why wasn't Yepe available for this one?
why would you play him? Why would you play him?
Not even on the bench.
I don't know. Probably friendly accumulation that we didn't know. Yellow card accumulation. I don't know. Fuck. Pablo's mom was there for the game. Cisniega. Yeah. He walked in with his kid, having a shirt saying "Dad." Pretty cute. Very cute. But yeah,
Marcus Vartson did get some minutes too. I think he subbed down around the 60 something. Like
Marcus Varson making some rounds over at Sharp Medical along
he
with
was at the Wave
Emmanuel.
game on Friday too with this kid.
The Wave game.
Emod pointed him out to me. I was like, oh, that is Marcus. That's crazy.
And this build-up play, and again, people, I don't know if people were watching, but look at how long this, and this is what I like about this highlight. It's not an MLS highlight. It's not a highlight that's going to be chopped up, and it's like, why didn't we see this? Like, this is how this all starts. This is a chance for San Diego FC. Bruce's in the middle fighting. There's no help around him. He fights around. He goes out, opens it up. Here comes Alex Maiton doing Alex Maiton things, kind of corners himself, gets a throw in, gets it really fast out. SDFC starting once again, just like clockwork, going, maintaining the possession of the ball, maintaining the play, maintaining the flow, going down the middle once again, opening things up. Here you go, Mano Dua. What are you gonna do? Nope, I don't like that. Opens up. I see Verhoeven. Here you go. Verhoeven. Okay, nope, I don't like the lane here. Open it back up. Mano Dua checking it in as a center back once again. I don't like the middle. Let's open it back up. Here comes Verhoeven. Sees the lane, sees the run, sees the space, crosses it back in. One bounce. Milanilovski. First touch goal. A brace for Milanilovski. No, we got this one. Sick. Good choice there by Manu. I mean, Manu's part of this play as much as anybody, but this great cross from Verhoeven does get deflected a little bit.
Has done that in the past too, during MLS games as well. Like, this dude has just been phenomenal, and I mean, hopefully San Diego FC get to keep him at the end of the season. But then you see the Tomas Angel goal that we showed earlier for Goal Scouts and Grades.
Club America under 20 sucked. Definitely not on the level of the youth playing in the Spanish national team. 619 did not realize that. You are spot on, and dude steps up for balling out, working for that control. ¿Qué dijo 619?
That was about
Milanilovski.
He only they made a good point. He only came on because Marcus Vartson got injured.
Yes.
Like they would not have loaned him unless Vartson got that injury, and now he's one of the most important subs you have on the team.
And I was making this point to Abe post match that, like, I think Marcus and Varson is Milanilovski is that perfect sort of thing that SDFC needs, because he speaks different types of soccer. He speaks USL Championship soccer at an elite level, which is the US style of play. You send him over to FC Northland to learn the Right to Dream style of play and get some European reps in there. So you have that level of understanding of play. You put that back in MLS, and it's paying dividends like this. Granted, this is a friendly match, but he's been doing it in MLS. Like, the numbers don't lie. It's an inflated number, the most goals per minute. I get it 100%, but he's taking those opportunities, and people are asking for him to start. And I think at this point, he is not only asking to start, he's asking to stay. And I think he's earned his keep. I don't know why you wouldn't want Milanilovski to continue on this team, even if it's just as a backup for Marcus and Varson. Like, I don't think that it'd be a bad thing to carry.
Sending Varson back.
Yeah, it'd be a bad thing to put him back. You can play Marcus and Varson on the left if you need to, while Chucky Lozano is playing. Like, he can play on the left hand side, throw Milanilovski there, or you play Milanilovski in a center mid, or you can maybe try him out as a center attacking mid without wingers. Yeah. Just more center attacking mids. Just have two with Luca and him, or just try different things that it opens up the possibilities. But as you're mentioning, the goal here from Tomas Angel that put him, he was very, very critical of himself. Good little front flip there, celebrating to the crowd, pointing up. 3-0. San Diego FC beats Club America at Snapdragon Stadium.
You said Iloski kind of pleads post match, asking to stay pretty much.
Yeah, he was. Here, I think it's not on there. Good. But yeah, I think Biloski deserves to get some minutes here. Beep, beep, beep. As well. Sorry. Yes, I got sidetracked because I actually love this. This is something that I don't know if people noticed on the thumbnail that I made. Did you see the thumbnail I made?
No.
One of my favorite things in Liga MX son las caricaturas of the cartoons of the mascots beating the hell out of each other. Like whenever Chivas beats America, it's like this big Chiva against this like Willos, the pollitos, and vice versa. It's for everybody. And it's just, it makes me stupidly happy. Just like it's not perfect. It's terrible because it's just literally the Cruz Azul one over underneath. Like that needs to happen. Somebody needs to do this for San Diego FC. Like they
don't have a mascot. So.
They don't have a mascot, but like an embodiment of something.
Just
like
Craig Elston in the Chrome suit, the Chromaniac.
Chromaniacs every Thursday. Check it out. Sunday Football and on your favorite listening device platform. Chromaniacs. But people know what I mean. Like, yes, it's National City Swap Meet vibes, 100%. Like, San Diego FC needs something like this. Local artists, get on it. Like, build a buff ass San Diego FC crest. Like, I don't know, figure it out. ChatGPT at this point. Cool. What would it be? Anthropomorphic soccer playing mascot. Right? That's the ChatGPT prompt.
That's the one saying the mascot would be the chrome ball with legs.
An anthropomorphic chrome ball with soccer chrome ball with legs, beating the hell. Buff Silver Surfer. All right, I like that.
That's actually pretty cool.
That's actually really cool. Actually, on the Chromaniacs, we've been trying to figure out a nickname for this team at San Diego FC. People have suggested Los Niños. I kind of don't like it. I'm not the biggest fan of it. Doesn't like, I get it. Los Niños, Fernando Tatis, the Padres, El Nino, weather that happens in San Diego. I don't know. The Silver Surfers is pretty cool, but it's like the Chrome Surfers. I don't know. Again, chrome's not a color.
Los Azules.
But see, then
Los San Diego, because you know there's Los Angeles Azules, so Los San Diego Azules.
That's actually pretty good.
That just came up.
Flow Rider is one that I did see the other day, and it's pretty cool. That. Flow Riders is cool. I don't have the perfect rebuttal for it. I can't think of a perfect rebuttal for it other than like the rapper Flow Rider. Like it's clearly spelled differently. It's the flow, the way that they play. Flow Riders. You like that? It's cool. San Diego FC, the Flow Riders.
It's just Ghost Rider, but it's instead of the skull, it's the chrome ball.
Are we creating this right now? Are we doing it? Oh man, didn't do it. It didn't do it. Oh well. It didn't do the voice. Guys, again, all these look at what lights this chat up.
A mascot.
We got the mascot. Need a mascot. The Impalas.
Need the San Diego FC to drop a
anthropomorphic Impala with legs and a face. Apple bottom jeans, boots with the fur. The whole club was looking at her. She hit the flow. She hit the flow. Oh my god.
I thought people are actually replying to song.
Los
funny.
Oh, dude, I'm gonna type it this one.
Los Cromazules.
Los Cromadres. Like comadres.
That's funny.
That's cool.
Los Cromadres.
And it's two chrome balls comadreando afuera del Michaels.
Yeah. I like that. Dragons Azules.
Amiga, adivina qué.
The flow. All right. So let's get to some post game sound. If you guys are okay with that, are you okay with that?
I'm not.
You're not okay. You're not okay.
We didn't do it for Wave, so why for San Jose?
Because we didn't upload Wave on our YouTube channel.
Y qué pedo. It's all good.
That's
didn't?
you asked for a reason.
Wow.
Oh man.
Yeah, did you just check? It's not on there.
Wow.
You sent me
Jimmy
Lionel
Armstrong had
Messi.
some okay things to say. I think she had she had an okay game that I think she was probably the better person on the defensive line. So if you want to, I think Wave posts on their YouTube too, but watch ours usually.
Let's hear from head coach Mikey Vadas.
Do you want to hear Mikey Vadas or Milan Linoski?
Oh, let's hear Milan Losky first. That's
Yeah.
fine.
Compadres is actually pretty cool too. Los Compadres.
Mm-hmm.
Guys, Thursday, let's remind me of these. Just put it out there. Like, just I'm going to forget. It's a long week. Boo. All right. Let's hear from soon to be ex San Diego FC, unless something happens. Milan Iloski.
Milan, you played domestically here through USL, now in FC Northland here, MLS. What is the game like tonight as a friendly against Club America? Where does that kind of align in the way that you played, and what do you feel about scoring breaks here at home for that?
Yeah, I mean, I think we wanted to come out and implement our style. I think even though it's a friendly, it's a really competitive club, and I understand it. I know as an American, it's a huge club in North America, so we wanted to come out and perform well and show well for the club and for Right to Dream and implement our style on the match.
Yeah, and then you mentioned Club America. You've seen it growing up in Escondido as well. That's a familiar jersey. What does it mean to have a game like this be represented here in the city of San Diego for you?
It's huge. I mean, it's a huge club. It's a massive club. So I know there's a lot of fans for me from Escondido who are big Club America fans, and it's so close. Mexico is so close. So I think it's for a lot of people, they connect really well with the Mexican League and Club America being such a big club. I think it's easy for before the team in San Diego came, you have to kind of pick a club from Mexico. That's the closest thing. So I understand Club America is massive. So I think for a lot of people in Escondido and all of San Diego, it was a big night.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
How do you feel about it? Can you describe the situation in the play, in the song?
Yeah, thank you very much. Of course, for me, it's always great to score goals. I'm an attacking player. It's an amazing feeling. It's a night like tonight where we're missing a lot of players, and I know it's a friendly, but for me, it's an opportunity to play some minutes and to try and prove to the staff that I can be trusted for more minutes. I know I don't have long left here on my loan, but I want to show while I'm here, and we'll see what happens after this loan period, but it's an opportunity for me to play games and to show what I can bring to the team.
Can you speak a little bit more about the difference in playing that full 90 minutes and what it does for your game?
It's really important. I mean, for me to get the minutes under my legs and to feel that feeling again. It's been a little bit of time for me to play 90 minutes, so to do it from the start is very important to show the staff that I can do it from the start, not only coming off the bench and scoring goals. I think it shows well for me to be able to start the match and go a full 90 minutes and play a couple of different positions for the team, and ultimately get through the 90 minutes looking fit and being able to produce for the team still.
And when you're playing different positions, do you enjoy that, or is that a little bit more added pressure?
I think I do whatever the team needs. I mean, if they ask me to play goalkeeper, I'll hop in there and start diving around. So I think it's my job to do whatever the coach asks of me. And so if that's to run around the midfield for the last 15-20 minutes, I'd like to consider myself not just a player, but I'm a huge fan of football. I watch it all day, every day growing up. So I'd like to think that I understand multiple positions, and I take it as a compliment that the coach trusts me to move me around wherever he needs me.
If only Carlos Vela had that love for the game. No, I mean, I get what you mean now, right? Like, he's really saying, like, I need to start. Like, I think he's proven. And Mikey Bada spoke on it earlier in the season, saying when players make a difference or make an impact coming off the bench, that's when they signify that they need a starting opportunity. And I think this is the perfect chance to start Milan Iloski. I can also see Mikey Vadas being hesitant to start Milan Miloski during the league because he knows he's not going to get to keep him at the end of July. So it's tricky. I think the best move for San Diego FC during a transfer is to just solidify Milan Miloski staying as a San Diego FC player. And I think we can all agree on that.
Mofo wanted a hat trick. I think he was pissed that he had to slide to the back due to his confidence. Just cocky in a good way, and he wants to score goals. I'm glad that you asked that, Abe, towards the end as far as all of that. Next week, breaking loan extension until the end of the season.
That should be the question. Do you want to stay?
Clearly, he wants to stay.
Yeah, ask Mikey, like, is the team looking to extend on that loan or possibly keep Milan Miloski? Because
sounds like a great midway question.
Yeah.
Hey, Tyler Heaps is usually at training around. We should pounce on him. I hope he's not as mad at us anymore. For being right.
It was 10 weeks.
Literally to the week. I agree with Chiva. He might be leaving, unfortunately. Hopefully,
if he's playing this good, if you're Northland, you're like, yes, give me Iloski back. Come on.
Are you though? Like, they have so many players that are coming in and like we knew that this was going to be a for now. For SDFC, just even for FC Northland, like for now until he joins San Diego FC, maybe they wanted to learn a couple extra things here and there. But one thing I will say is, I think that whatever San Diego FC wants to do outside of the Andres Reyes situation, because literally they're building a squad. How you can't really judge them on putting players together, right?
Mm-hmm.
They need a roster aside. There really hasn't been a lot of hiccups in terms of just the GM side of things, and I think that whatever Tyler Heaps and Mikey Vadas decide to do with Milan Iloski is probably going to be the right call. They haven't proven otherwise, even on lineups. If Mikey Vadas decides to put him as a super sub and keep him as a super sub, I see the value in that, especially if the trajectory is a San Diego FC is going to keep playing the same style, breakdown, slow, methodical. You need a big body, and Vadas in his back. You still throw Oni Balakari, who's still who is on international duty as well. But then you tire that defense down, you give some space, then you have the speedy Iloski kind of come in. I think Iloski sliding into that spot that SDFC wanted Tomas Angel to be, but I'm sorry, but there was a point where like I was like, Tomas, like I was like, like watch how he's gonna mess up, and like he does. Like unfortunately, more than anything, he was proving me right.
He's 21. He's gonna mess up.
Yes.
And I mean, if it comes to the point at the end of the season where, hey, you know what, Tomas Anca is not the player we thought he was gonna be, then you let him go or you give him another year or so. But I mean, you definitely have to fight for Milan Iloski. Milan is only 25 years old, so like he's reaching the prime. I think he has goals to potentially play with the national team, and I think his best chance at making that happen is potentially just getting minutes with San Diego FC. You see Luca La Torre getting a call up and started in that friendly against for the US.
They lost.
That's fine. You get the minutes though. Putting his name up there now, and we asked him when he got signed, saying, "Hey, like, does this kind of like did you have talks with Pochettino? Was this encouraging?" He said, "I just need to get minutes," and that he did. He got minutes and he got called up and he started.
Yeah.
So that just shows how much getting minutes in a team that's playing well can give you the opportunity to get called up to the national team. That could be Milan Iloski next if he stays with San Diego FC.
I agree. Abe?
Yeah, it's such a tough decision. I think they really should keep him, but like also like you got to think about it from his perspective. Like he's upped his value so much as a player. Like maybe he wants to sign with another team. Like maybe he'll ask for a transfer outside of Northland, and plenty of MLS teams have now seen him and are like believing like, okay, if he can perform at this level now, what's stopping him from joining another MLS team? Like obviously he's from San Diego. There's a little bit more of that, but I think if San Diego would make a really good move if they keep him long term here in San Diego, because otherwise I think I could see him leaving to like any MLS team or another team in Europe.
Hey, in the summer,
America's used to taking players that score on them. So
in the summer transfer, I do not see playing.
Milan Iloski just playing with America.
There is a window for Club World Cup in the summer for certain MLS teams to bolster their sides, and who says the Seattle Sounders doesn't reach out? And hey, why not? Who says he would? business is business, but would he play for LAFC? I don't know.
mean, he played
Orange
for Orange
County is
it's
pretty
much
close.
LA.
You know, destroyed San Diego Loyal a couple times. You know,
He
so
enjoyed destroying San Diego
he
Loyal.
enjoyed destroying San Diego Loyal a couple of times. So not too shy about scoring against San Diego side at all. But all right, Milan Iloski, I think that's a good shout. Hey, maybe you keep Iloski long term and send Tomas Ankel to FC Northland. Why not? Like, you know, you have that available. You have this pipeline. Makes the FC Northland a trade for Iloski. But I think the general consensus Iloski stays. Depends on what works. Radic Genius, does he want to go to FC Northland and fight for a starting role and to get noticed in Europe? And or stay home and become a early club legend. And I think he wants to stay. Like, it's not him saying it directly, but just based on his body language, based on what he said, based on his performance, based on how much it means. And I know it means for him to, you know, you heard it on the podcast. He was just talking about playing over with Esco Club Football and just the pickups at Washington Park and the great soccer scene out there that they have. Check it out on Instagram. Esco Club Football and everything that they have going out there. Again, might as well shout out Chicano Futsal, shout out Bridge Arcata, shout out everybody who does the pickups around town. Chula Vista Pickup. Check them out on their social medias if you want to play soccer for free, or just pitch in a little bit just to, you know, help out. But he has love for the city. Milan Luska has a love for the city, and I think one thing that San Diego FC can use a little bit more of is just like that homegrown love, and at least for now, right? He's still young, but who knows? I think it'd be good business for in best interest for them to start to keep Milan Iloski. Do you want to hear from Mikey Varas?
Yeah, I mean, you said that no friendly's a friendly, or what did he say?
I think we should hear from Mikey Varas.
I guess.
Hi, Mikey.
UFC head coach, Mikey Varas. We don't have mics, just make sure you speak up. Go ahead, please.
Tony Sanchez, how are you? For tonight, it was a game where obviously you get some rotation in, some new faces, and some faces that have trying to get back into fitness. What does tonight mean outside of it being a fiesta de football?
Yeah, the opportunity that presented itself this week was to grow our squad, to make it bigger, to see some guys who haven't had the opportunity, for them individually to show who they are and how they can add to things when we have everybody. And then also for us to challenge ourselves and to test where we're at as a club in terms of our environment, our training environment, because we should be able to lose a bunch of guys and put a bunch of new guys in, and we should still look like San Diego FC. And for me, it was obviously the result was really good, but the more important thing is, like, for me, it was a smashing success in terms of individual guys stepping up and playing really well and showing everybody that doesn't matter who's in there, we keep playing the way that we're playing, and they made some really exciting plays. And then it shows also that we've been developing everybody in the squad, and we give ourselves a chance of having a bigger squad as the season goes.
Did this feel like friendly?
I mean, in our profession, there's no such thing as, I know it's called a friendly, there's no such thing as a friendly. Like, if you're going to put your boots on, you want to win the game. And we feel like that even in training sessions. Club America is a historically massive club. So, you know, they come here, it doesn't matter. We want to win the game, and this is our home, and we want to win in front of our fans and play exciting football doing that.
Anyone else in English? Go ahead.
Can you speak a little bit about Manu Dua and his performance today? It looked like he had a really exciting matchup.
Yeah, Manu, that's Manu's first, those are Manu's first professional minutes, right? Because he wasn't able to do preseason because he was drafted, he had an injury. And frankly, I think that's probably the first time he's played in front of more than probably 500 people. So there's a lot of emotions that could have been going through. On top of that, we throw him the wrench that he's playing outside of his preferred position, which is a holding midfielder, and he plays center back. So I think he did just a fantastic job. He showed a lot of composure. He showed a lot of courage in terms of how he approached the game, and it was really, really nice to see. And really happy for him because he's a great guy.
English, any other English questions?
But
Kirk?
can you comment on the goals scored and the guys scoring them and their performance?
Yeah, for sure. So I mean, Milan had a top performance today. He really stepped up in terms of how what we needed from him, you know, and he's already shown I think he's got 158 minutes or so and 3 goals in the league. So he has the ability to create chances. And then, yeah, Tommy, it was an opportunity for Tommy to get some minutes that he hasn't gotten since probably the beginning of the season, where he was playing a little bit more. And, he was close on the night early on, and you could see he was a bit frustrated. But he took his free kick so well, and it's a really, really nice free kick. And we see him training that every week, so he completely earned that. On top of that, he took a little knock on his ankle in the first half, but he just powered through because he really wanted to get the minutes. And then the other thing I would say is Oscar Verhoeven on the assist on the second goal. It's a top cross that he hits to Milan. So really happy to see the young guy get involved.
We'll go to Spanish questions.
I think not Spanish questions. Thank you. San Diego head coach Mikey Varas. No such thing as a friendly. You lace them up, you play. Seattle has other issues. Yeah, they do. You're good at math. Yeah, no, we're working on the soundboard, as you can tell.
What do you guys think about the whole Seattle thing? That's been interesting to me lately.
They're not wanting to play, but just the protests that they're doing.
The MLS Players Association and the MLS they've been having like back and forth. MLS Players Association have said they're not getting enough of the cut because I think Seattle gets like $10 million for being involved, but the players are only getting like 1 million of that, I believe, and it wasn't collectively bargained, so that's an issue. And then like the Seattle Sounders owner like went into the locker room after one of their games when they had that protest and like yelled at them, which is kind of crazy. Like that's old school sports stuff that doesn't really happen anymore.
Yeah.
So it's interesting to me. Like it seems like the players aren't really getting paid well enough, but at the same time, like are they going to protest MLS matches? Are they going to protest the Club World Cup itself? Like it's interesting.
Especially I think the players are getting 10%. Yeah, I think individually, I think
I think sport athletes get paid too much anyway. So
250,000 by LAFC for the players. I think it might be a little different. The bonuses might be different per team.
Yeah,
but Seattle,
it is definitely different. But like you have to it's a lot of these things are collectively bargained, but they didn't know they were going to be at Club World Cup, so they're kind of like MLS is like, well, it's not in the contract, and players are like, well, it is in the contract, and like I think international standard is like way above 10%, so I think they're at least asking to like be closer to the average, but it seems pretty messed up to me.
Yeah, I mean equal pay or just deserved pay. Like, yeah, I mean if you work overtime, get it paid at least.
People what they're worth.
God, I wish my overtime was taxed. I don't care for this.
You get overtime. That's nice.
Oh, and boy doesn't clock in for 2 weeks. Salary. Look at me.
San Diego FC faces against Minnesota this game. This is hard to predict just because we don't even know who's going to be available. Minnesota sitting in third place, 3 points behind San Diego FC. This is a big game. I mean, we're halfway through the season. Like, this is a game that you either build that little gap between Minnesota, or you kind of fall behind them. I think based on goal difference, you would still be ahead depending on the score. But this is a hard one to predict. What are you guys thinking?
I think you know what the nickname of Minnesota United's team is? Their mascot. They're called the Loons.
Oh, I like that.
So the Loons, I think, are going to win 2-0. They've been performing really well. They've had some good games against, like, they beat Inter Miami earlier in the season. They tied against Vancouver. So they're playing pretty well right now. I think San Diego FC is going to be a little bit depleted, and then coming off an international break too. Like, even if you do get all the international players back, they might be a little bit more tired, and then you're having to travel to Minnesota. So I think probably 2-0 for Minnesota, maybe 2-1. I'll stick to 2-0 though.
Yeah, I'm going with a 3-1 loss for San Diego FC. I think this one's gonna be a tough one, especially just because I don't know like who's gonna be available. Like, is Dieppe going to be able to play? Is Godoy gonna be able to play? I think the midfield lacks a lot when Godoy's not on there. So I'm going with the 3-1 loss here.
Chloe's definitely not playing, right? He's in Gold
Yeah.
Cup.
Definitely not playing.
Yeah, so
Man. Why am I positive here? I don't like this. I like what I saw from San Diego against a C squad, America. And I'm letting that influence me. Mostly because I think they can get something done. And maybe not a win. And Cody says 2-1 loss. This team is a perfect counter to SD. But it's the if a team is the perfect counter for you, shouldn't you also then be the perfect counter for them?
no. Some teams just know how to outright outplay you.
Minnesota without their star goalkeeper and striker. Give me a 1-1 San Diego and Minnesota tie. 1-1. Get some points away. It's a positive. You still kind of get back and have Vancouver to kind of look halfway through the season. And what have we done?
We're going to be
Still-
watching this one from the press box in SoFi Stadium.
And still calling losses 2-1. The good guys, says Jeremy. Look, I say a tie. I think it's a positive. I think if you ask Mikey Vadas about a 1-1 tie against Minnesota away, I think you're happy with that. It is this part of the season. I think it was brought up with Craig and Alex Pena on the Chromaniacs as far as like it's good that they started so hot because you can kind of have a slight decline in this point of the season and still cruise towards playoffs. Because again, let's put everything in context, right? If San Diego FC was fighting for playoffs, even at this point, if they were fighting for 8th place, I think Mikey Vadas and company and San Diego FC fans would be happy. They'd be very happy with this on their first season, right? But the fact that San Diego FC has set a standard that they've come out the gate, just kind of guns a-blazing, 2nd place, and just maintaining and keeping up, playing against LA, playing against the champions, LAFC, just beating these teams and teams with really good style of plays and things that they've been talking about really happen. I think San Diego fans were spoiled with what they saw. And so now it's kind of like a realization of like, okay, cool, level setting. Where is this team really going to be in the grand scheme of things? Am I saying they're going to be knocked out of playoffs completely? I don't think so. But I do think that there is a wave coming for San Diego FC here in the summer specifically, where it might get a little choppy for SDFC, and we may see some more losses from San Diego.
Going back to Jeremy's points there, this is Tony. Tony's only ever had one prediction for a loss for San Diego FC. This is Abe's 3rd loss prediction for San Diego FC, and this is my 2nd loss prediction for San Diego FC. So I think we've been pretty positive.
We're all right.
Which is there's a reason our points are very low.
Not according to people in the front office. We're not very positive. We always talk shit, but apparently, Minnesota will have some players on international duty as well. Yeah. So this is a MLS.
Yeah, not 7.
Not 7. Not 7 in the roster of 23 or that you have.
Like is Hamid Diop gonna be
and
available?
no-
Is Willie Kamada gonna be healthy? Like
the bench for the friendly says a lot, like Chiva said. So it's gonna look weird.
San Diego FC against back in MLS action, MLS play. The summer of soccer is about to start, and I think.
Oh wait, real quick. Anis
yes.
Saidi subbed on, immediately got
yeah.
injured.
Yes.
Went down pretty hard, slammed on the floor, kind of had to be helped off by the trainers. That's something to take note of. We gotta maybe ask about an update on that during the midweek stuff because it looked pretty bad.
I'm sorry. What time was this game at?
The game?
Yeah.
5:30. The Minnesota game?
No. The Club America game.
7
p.m.
Yeah.
California law on a school night. Technically.
Well,
it's a Saturday.
Oh, Saturday. Okay, you're good.
now there's an issue in that, right, with San Diego Wave on a Friday.
Oof.
But yeah. Anyways,
They're on summer break.
Yeah, they are.
Yeah, they
Yeah,
are.
they are. Yeah, you can do whatever you want. But for San Diego FC, I think that's what we got for tonight, and going into next week for SDFC. Some good stuff happening around soccer in San Diego. A lot of soccer in San Diego, in the best of ways. But anything else gentlemen?
Oh, good show.
Yeah. Anything else, Abe? SCFC? No. Close it out. All right, that was it. San Diego FC, San Diego Wave, forever. Thank you for joining us tonight. Oh, what is your big team lineup? Starting 11 predictions by Esteban Toscano, Cide Dos Santos, Oscar Verhoeven, McVeigh, Ian Pilcher, Franco Negri, Alejandro Alvarado in the middle, next to Yepe, Jasper Lofelsund, Iloski, Invarsen, and Tomas. I could see that.
I think Maiten starts over Tomas.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, yeah. Esteban, you didn't see this on Saturday, but like, if it wasn't for that great free kick, at far third position from Miloski and Invarsen. Just that gap widened. Just in the run of play. Like in the run of play, Tomas Angel really hasn't really done anything spectacular in terms of scoring. Assisting and getting into spaces. He's done some stuff.
He can't live off that one great assist he made.
He also can't live off of that one great assist. And I think as a number 9 that there's more to be asked by him. And we've asked from Luca La Torre a couple of times, hey, you're doing good. You're getting to important spaces, but you're not scoring or you're not contributing in that side. Maybe that's the next kick in the butt. Dreyer will get about 30 minutes anyways. Yeah, you can definitely see that, but hopefully that fitness maintains itself all the way up. You guys should end the show with Dragon Ball fight music. I like that.
Dragon Ball.
But which one?
I'll say.
You weren't allowed to. There's this playlist of the best music of Dragon Ball. It's like ska, but like Japanese traditional sound sometimes. It's really cool. Next time on Two Balls and a Mic, Abe and the boys discuss San Diego FC as the Flow Riders go into Minnesota and show the Loons what's up. Find out next time on Two Balls and a Mic. All right.
Last time San Diego Wave played in Houston, a coach got fired.
Oh shit.
I just remember that. Maybe that's a story.
So maybe I should skip the post-match press conference. Is what you're saying?
No.
Coach also only had like 2 wins in this.
Oh, the dramatic song where they fight Cell. Oh, that's a beautiful. You know what he's talking about?
Wait, of course you know. I don't know.
Okay. Dave, do you know what I'm talking about?
I think so. This is like when he had the tournament, right?
In the tournament against the Cell, there was a moment and he's
didn't he win?
Gohan, he's fighting and there's this android. Like what? I can't put this in Spanish. In English, no. Latino. Línea roja. Oh my god, this is worth it, guys.
I can't believe people watch us, man.
They're still watching because they're like, I know exactly what you're talking about, Tony.
Padres lost 8-6 for those wondering. Here's the post-game show from 3 guys that did not watch.
Yeah,
Manny Machado, that's a good game.
Manny Machado in the face of the referee, which is actually really cool. Have you seen this, Abe? Chiva?
No.
Padres post game. Then 2 balls at a mic style. So bad call here, gets punched out. Manny doesn't agree with that call. Actually, he might have touched painted the corner. Doesn't agree. Camera on the umpire. If you ever want to know what it's like to get cussed out by Manny Machado, here we go.
How is this relevant to Sunday football? He is San Diego FC's part owner.
Absolutely, that's the guy.
I
That's
like
the
Mike
guy.
Schilt just standing next to him, like trying to pull him back, but you see like his tiny little hat like pop in and his glasses. That's funny.
Enojado. Ah, perfect.
It would be cool in soccer if like managers got to like run on the field when like because that happens a lot where like a player will get in the ref's face. Like, so what if just the manager gets to run on the field and like, hey, pull him back. Let me go yell at the ref. Like, obviously they yell at the fourth official on the sideline, but it'd be kind of funny to see more things like that.
Oh, Jackson Merrill with the SDFC sleeves. Hey, maybe you see this guy later. But for those who are waiting, yeah, no, this is the moment. So Chiva. No context, just watch.
Te lo encargo.
Enter one of the most badass scenes in anime history. Because this gets taken down from here. Like we're in here, guys.
No tenías por qué meterte en esto. Siempre fuiste un inútil.
Ooh. Shouldn't have done that. You shouldn't have done that. Right here. Why? This is good. Complete domination. Clearly, that's not a Japanese art. So cool, can't believe it. What's happening? I love this. All right. Did you get that? Did you understand any of that? Was like Jeremy.
He's still my Super Saiyan.
Yeah, no, he got mad. The kid gets mad. He unlocks his inner strategy, his inner anger, and like he's like, oh man, like I'm mad at you, mad at the world, and you really don't want to get him mad, and they got him mad, and then he just everybody's getting their ass kicked, and Gohan's just kind of watching, and then he gets mad. His sensei gets beat up. He's like, nope, you don't touch him. That's not what you do. He gets even more mad, destroys some things. It's crazy what's going on. There's craters. And then he just utterly just dominates. These guys are equally as strong as that guy. He one-hit kills a Cell Jr. at some point. He's only 13. This guy's only meant to be 13, by the way. Cell can't believe it. Coming through.
Can we go to sleep? Chiva wants to go to sleep.
Like, ¿qué pedo, güey? Eso es el diablo. Abe wants to go to sleep too.
No, Chiva wants to go to sleep. I'm here for you, Chiva. You have work tomorrow.
That's Tony. So does
he.
We all have work tomorrow.
Appreciate you guys. For Tony,
everyone.
Chiva, and myself being Abe. Have a good one. Bye.